Alright, welcome to episode 5 of Missle Industries ZX10R trainwreck build. Now, in today's episode, I'm going to put some mirrors on the bike and put the rear indicators and fender thing that goes there. These look great and everything. They call it a tail tidy, but they're not roadworthy. So what I'm going to have to do is put this on and rewire it all, because obviously the tail light's been rewired for an integrated indicators option, which is again not roadworthy. So I will put this on and these two eBay mirrors to get this bike closer and closer to being ready for roadworthy. Okay, rear fender is in. I had to supply a new earth. For some reason the earth for the number plate light does not work anymore. That's the worst thing I find from this entire bike's wiring. That won't be so bad. Front and rear indicators work. Number plate light works. Just flick that over to the other side. Left indicators work. Yes, indeed. A little earth wire to make number plate light work. Good enough. What people can't see doesn't do them any harm. Alright, time to do the mirrors. Alright, mirrors are on. Seats back on. Rear fender is on. Been chopped up by somebody in the past, so I might have to put a wee extension on this with the red reflector on it, like this factory ZX10R one. So I'm going to have to think about what to do next to get that rear fender back to the right length. Other than that, it's ready to go! Time for a roadworthy sooner rather than later. See what happens. See what it fails on. See if it fails. Before I wrap episode 5 up, I'm going to give the bike a quick oil change. Get some oil and a filter that I bought years ago from others X10 never used, so that's handy. And give this bike an oil change. I've got the bolt undone. I'm just easing out the sump plug. Here it comes. Not too dirty. That's good. Any minute now. There it goes. Same brand I'm using. Whilst in the process of topping up the oil, I've discovered that the same genius that painted this engine black has painted over the oil filler viewing window. Hopefully some acetone will sort that out. That's better. And look how clean it is inside there. This bike might not have had much use at all, which would be super handy. Now, I typically use Motul, but there was no Motul available at Supertube Auto, so I bought this Penrite 4-stroke motorcycle oil instead. Hopefully it's okay. That's where my socket went to. Alright, the oil is changed. The filter is swapped over for one I had lying around. I ran the bike and heat cycled it up to 100 degrees to see if the thermofan kicked in. The thermofan came on, made an odd noise, and then jammed up. So I turned the bike off. Found another thermofan from a parts bin, which is slightly different, but I would figure out a way to make it work. And then while I was pulling all the shrouding off to try and get to it, I discovered that This was wedged in the thermofan, and then that was why it was not working. So I'm going to repeat the process of heat cycling this bike to see if the thermofan turns on and it doesn't sound dodgy, and I'll tick that job off my to-do list. Well, the fan came on, but the bike didn't get any cooler. Okay, episode 5, summary time. Mirrors on, rear fender on, oil change done, oil filter done, thermofan repaired, and that is a wrap for episode 5 of my ZX10R trainwreck build. Join me next week on episode 6 of Missle Industries ZX10R build when I put a new radiator in this bike, because it doesn't appear to be working. And when I say new, I mean leftover from another project.